Happy International Literacy Day from all of us at Theory of Anything, where we talk tech, games, films, and anything that might come from a literate society.
Oh.
I'm Ford, and we've got Devon,
Hello.
and we've got Paps.
Hey, how are you?
So what's going down in your individual groove towns, Devon?
Yeah, not a lot, you know.
Yeah. Oh, good.
After all that intro, yeah. Nothing much.
Waiting for you to start.
Oh,
Uni.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's about it.
Paps,
Oh, wow.
how about you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, it's good. Got a couple of things I was going to mention before we get into the episode properly.
Oh, great. What you got?
Three exciting visits to the cinema
Oh,
recently to see a certain film called Tenet.
3 visits to see one film.
Yes.
Wow.
the best film
Okay.
of 2020.
Oh dear.
Yeah, ask Ford what he thinks, because he came with me on one of those visits.
It's alright.
He was very meh about it, but I was excited by it.
I don't know who to believe.
But-
Usually Ford's wrong with these types of things. But
Well, let's take it as read then, shall we?
Oh, no. Ouchie.
No, quickly, briefly, I thoroughly enjoyed watching Tenet. I've been looking forward to it all year, really, because that was the big release of the year. The film that was hoping to bring back audiences to the cinema, and that probably has. But it's not a perfect film. I do have issues with it. One of which I think Ford would agree with me is the sound. The dialogue quality is very hard, and I've heard other well thought of reviewers say exactly the same, that some of the dialogue is almost undecipherable.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because it's such a technical film, brilliant in its concept and its actual putting together of it. But you need to understand what's going on, and it's not easy to understand what's going on when you can't really make out what the characters are saying.
some films are doing that quite a lot. Like Interstellar did it.
Yeah.
A lot of mumbling.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe it's just Christopher Nolan then. He doesn't
Yeah.
care anymore.
there's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as well. Was a bit like that. It's a lot
Mm.
of it's like people talk normally.
Bit mumbly.
Yeah, and you can't always hear what they're saying.
With TVs nowadays, the speakers are pretty bad anyway. You know, you would have thought the audio quality needs to get better, not worse. Because
buy a soundbar.
TVs, obviously. Yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, but TVs
But
are getting thinner and thinner. Speakers are bad. You know.
Yeah, but when you can't make out what the dialogue is in the cinema itself, then which has got the most amazing sound system, then there's
something wrong with
something
the
not
production, yeah.
quite right, isn't there? And we're not the only ones to think it, are we, Ford? The
Every review
Review.
I've seen. Yeah.
yeah, it says I want to watch it with subtitles, even though it's an English language film. I want to see it with subtitles so I could work out exactly what they're talking about.
I reckon that's a major failing. That's a ruin the film experience for me.
And
To be honest.
I don't think it's so much that what they're saying is
Decipherable.
decipherable. I think it's that the other sounds that are accompanying their voices are too loud. You know, they're walking down the street and all you can hear is traffic noise.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's a balance problem there with background sounds and dialogue sounds.
So it's like someone recorded the audio on their phone or something like that.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Or some of the scenes when they're wearing gas masks and they're having a conversation, and it's just a muffled garble sound, and you think, yes, okay, they're wearing gas masks, but you need to be able to.
I guess
hear
it's
what
trying to
they're
be
saying.
realistic.
Yeah, but
Like with the traffic noises and things like that. Like that's what you would already be hearing. But if it's ruining the experience as a viewer, you don't know what's going on. It's a bit too much.
Exactly, because if you were there, you'd probably, if you were a third person walking down the street, or if you were the second person having the conversation wearing a gas mask, they can hear each other. It's obvious that in their conversations they're understanding each other, but we're not as the third party viewer.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that. But otherwise, it's a great film. Does your head in trying to work out what's going on, and that's why it's important to understand what's being said.
Yeah.
So after 3 viewings, I still understand it less than I did after 1 viewing. I think, yeah.
Well,
It's created more questions in my mind, but
okay.
that's what I like about Christopher Nolan films. Anyway, anything else? Sorry, go on, Ford.
Anyway, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
You can't leave the summary of Tenet as very disappointing.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as say it's very disappointing.
Ford's disappointed, but I think
Ford's
generally the consensus is that it's actually a good film.
No, I really enjoyed a lot of the concepts. I just think he really balls up the beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah, a lot like the first half of the film. You're just sitting there thinking, what is going on? Until the action starts, and then you're like, okay, I can get into this.
There's a lot of questions as you're watching it, but that's what I like about it, really. You're the protagonist, because that's the character's name. He doesn't have an actual name. Played by Denzel Washington's son. I thought he was a good actor. You weren't so sure, were you?
He's a great actor. I don't think they gave him enough personality.
Yeah, but we're learning what's happening with him and trying to understand it with him. Throughout the whole film, he's in the dark at the beginning. And so that's interesting.
I would recommend to watch it, but I wouldn't say that you'd probably enjoy it.
Okay. You wouldn't go to the cinema 3 times to watch it?
No, I would not.
Oh, I would. I'm going to go 4th, I think. I mean, I wouldn't go if I was paying 12 quid a shot.
If you go for free, I'd be going as well, to be honest.
3 times because it's raining outside and because I can go as often as I want for no extra cost. That's the unlimited ticket,
especially because you haven't had any blockbuster films come out this year.
It's all been reruns. Plus, at our multiplex, it's on 30 times in one day. And there's only about 3 other films which I've already seen that are also showing. So they've devoted 30 viewings in each day. I don't know if that's still the case, but it was last week.
I don't blame you then.
Anyway.
What else have you got for us?
The other film-related thing is I'm very upset with Disney. They've chosen to release Mulan, which we were all looking forward to. If you remember, way back in February.
My first episode, I think.
It was. We discussed it, and we were all looking forward to seeing Mulan. The live-action version is now no longer getting a cinema release. It may do further down the road, perhaps. But they've chosen to release it on Disney Plus, so for subscribers only. But even as a subscriber, you've got to pay an extra 20 quid nearly.
That is madness.
To watch it, which I think, their justification is that you can watch it as often as you want and the whole family can watch it for 20 quid, which, fair point, you can't do that if you go to the cinema to watch it. But to watch a film on the telly for 20 quid seems very steep, I think.
Yeah, like me, I won't watch it again. I'll watch it once and that's it.
No.
And what if I'm just alone in my house? I'm paying more to watch it in my house than I would be going to the cinema to watch it.
I think
in the cinema, you get a big screen, you get good audio and all that.
I think it'd be much better to put it on a rental option, 24-hour rental for £2.50 or something like that. I think they'd have got far more viewers, far more revenue doing it that way.
Or even the same thing for like half the price, like a tenner rather than 20 quid. I think £20 is just ridiculous.
The thing is, Disney only get a slice off the cinema. The cinema gets a lot of the money you pay when you go to the cinema. Yeah. So they're getting all of that now. Mm-hmm. And you already have to be a subscriber, so you're already giving... how much is it?
Disney's platform for Disney, isn't it? It's $9.99 a month.
Right, so they're already getting a tenner off you. It's wow.
Yeah. And we know it's a big budget film. They were depending on it and hoping for a good profit line on it, but I think they've shot themselves in the foot there. And from everything else I've heard, they've got to change that pricing model.
Yeah,
because that's.
I think it's a really bad idea for them.
I won't. I'm not going to pay 20 quid to watch it.
Yeah,
definitely not.
Definitely not. I think if you put it to, let's say, like 24-hour rental for £2.50 or something like that, then you're actually going to attract more long-going subscribers as well as Disney Plus.
Yeah,
because it'll be like, the new Mulan, I'll pay $9.99. I might stay on to see if I like it or not. And then
people watch it at home and then they want to watch it again. They'll probably pay another £2.50 to watch it again, wouldn't they?
Yeah. And you still want to pay 5 quid rather than 20 quid.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that Mulan's not getting many good reviews either. It's apparently not that great.
That is a disappointment.
Make a bad film, make it expensive. I think
the trailer was intriguing and looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, that's me anyway. But there is something else somebody wants to say. Who's going to share that?
Okay, well, it's come to our attention that the boys over at EA have announced a new kind of game, Sims 4 Star Wars.
Yeah. This is information hot off the press and from our resident Sims expert, Trinity. Yeah.
It's called Journey to Batu. I don't know if Ford knows Batu.
No, I don't. I think they may have made that up. I don't know.
I've seen that before. Hang on. This doesn't matter. But it's kind of like a brand new Sims Star Wars story, but it's going to be 45 quid, and it's still Sims 4.
So it's like an expansion pack, really. In all essence. It's not a brand new game, is it? It's still using the engine of Sims 4.
Exactly. Yeah. When people have been expecting Sims 5 and waiting for Sims 5, I'm looking forward to that. Like I was watching it when it was announced on Gamescom Live, and I was just like, what? I was not expecting that. And it's like wanted to for 45 quid as well.
Yeah, that's over the top. I mean, that might have been better placed at a £20 mark. Yeah. But, because the other thought that hits me, I don't think there's a huge crossover between Sims fans and Star Wars fans. I think they're two different audiences. So, yes, it's a bit like Lego and Star Wars has done very well for itself. But really, are Star Wars fans really playing Sims? And are Sims fans that interested in Star Wars? I don't know.
I think there is a market for Star Wars and Sims fans, because the new Star Wars stuff is quite comic-y, just like Sims. But to be able to justify paying £45, like you've either got you got a lot of both Sims and Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Rather than just loving Star Wars or just loving Sims, because you've already got Sims and you've already got Star Wars. You got better Star Wars games and you got better Sims games.
Yeah. So also, I don't think there's much crossover either. I mean, how do you play Star Wars in Sims World?
I don't know.
It's not really going to work, is it?
Put the trash out. Yeah, ask Obi-Wan Kenobi to put the trash out.
Yeah, it doesn't really mesh, does it?
Move that sofa. Yeah. with your lightsaber.
And do you call this a Sims game or a Star Wars game?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
As I say, Lego have achieved it, but this is a bit different. It feels odd. Yes, it's a style, but it's also a gameplay system, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got its own engine that it's locked at.
Yeah.
You can't have like amazing gameplay with Sims 4. Obviously, it's a good game, I think, and obviously it's very creative, and a lot of people like it. I like it. But to mix it with Star Wars, it's just very strange.
Yeah. Other Star Wars games are like third-person shooters, aren't they? Or adventure type games. Whereas I wouldn't class. Yes, it's a third-person.
It's like action rather than
game, but doesn't lend itself to action, does it? Yeah. Where Star Wars does lend itself to action.
I mean, I guess we'll see, but I'm very dubious. I know a lot of fans are very annoyed about it.
What, the price mark or the concept?
Everything, I think. Yeah.
Ouch. I didn't go well.
Oh,
wow.
I think these people sit around their boardroom tables thinking, what can we do now?
Oh, it's EA, people? So yeah, they do.
Yeah.
EA are very big company. Very nasty.
But they don't deliberately go out to produce a flop. Or I mean, we might be wrong.
They make such trash games that are just big titles, though, and then charge loads for it, and then charge loads for the more DLC for it, and then get microtransactions and everything like that you've got to get.
Yeah.
And it's just
True.
They are just nasty. They are money grabbing, and they don't put a lot of effort into new games.
Wow. So not a fan of EA over here. Okay.
No, not really. It used to be good, but yeah.
Anyway, so that's great.
Another anyway.
Any more opinions? I don't know. Let's move on, shall we?
Devon's segment subject.
So, in our modern world of stimulation, fast-paced action, and work weeks that can have 90 hours, 100 hours of work in 1 week just to get by or try to get further into your certain occupation or whatever it is. I've been thinking about what I've called the balance of feels good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
So you've got some things that make you feel good, like a video game or Tenet, or being able to understand a sentence on Tenet.
That doesn't make you feel good. That makes you feel frustrated.
If you can understand a sentence on Tenet, then you feel very good. Then on the other side, you've got some things that make you feel good sometimes as well, like a good day's work. You come back and you just feel good about it. Yeah. Or doing something that you're putting off for ages in the house, you get it done and it feels good. Something that's productive and something that's not so productive. So I was thinking, about talking to you guys, where's the balance in the two? Because obviously if you do a bit of video games and it feels good, but if you do loads of video games then you just feel bad. But it's still giving you that dopamine release in your mind because of the upgrades and the rewards and all that kind of thing. But the same thing with work. If you do a bit of work, or if you do like a good day's work, you feel good. But then if you're working, as I say, 90 hours a week, then you feel really bad.
Yeah.
Which I know some people who've been doing that, and yeah, they need holidays. So I was going to say, where do you think the balance is in today's world when all these employers are wanting more and more from people to be able to get promotions, or these entertainment industries want more and more people? Like you're subscribing to 4 different streaming services, so you've got to watch them to be able to get your money's worth.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that was a conversation Ford and I had yesterday, wasn't it?
What was it?
About the amount of quality entertainment there is to spend your time in. You could give up work and just play games and watch TV.
There's so much to take in, isn't there? Yeah.
There's too much. There's too many universes to explore, if you like. Yeah. No, I think first of all, if you don't mind me starting, the word that you said, but definitely comes to my mind is achievement, a sense of achievement.
Yeah.
And there's definitely something about that. I can empathise completely with the feeling of having something to do around the house, say, that's been lingering for so long, and there's been maybe legitimate reasons why you can only do that once you've done something else, and but then finally that job gets done. I mean, for me, I'm going to be cutting my hedge later today, hopefully, and I can't wait to see that hedge tidy again. It's been lingering, obviously not as long as some other DIY jobs that aren't weather dependent, but there's definitely a real sense of satisfaction, and you go to bed that day thinking, I've achieved a lot today. That's a good place to be. If we can achieve something each day, then I think that's where a good balance can be found.
I think the problem is in modern society, if I may sound like an old man, is that you can get the dopamine hit that you're looking for just by scrolling through Facebook or something like that. Apparently, there's quite a few videos. Well, I don't know. I've watched a few videos on your lifestyle stuff, and it says you need to cut out this scrolling habit you have, because it just gives you a false sense of I don't know what you'd call it.
And you're comparing yourself to the lifestyles of others, or the achievements of others, or
because there's this condition, this feeling you get when you're missing out on something, and you have to know. So what?
FOMO. Yeah.
FOMO.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's an actual term for it, but okay. FOMO.
That is it, isn't it?
There's a clinical term for it.
Oh, right.
not some weird slurry word. Anyway. So you can get that dopamine hit just by scrolling, and that gives you a temporary sense of fulfillment. But as soon as you stop, then it's gone again, and you get addicted to that dopamine hit. So you come back,
That's why people are addicted to buying stuff on the internet, isn't it? They know a parcel's coming. There's going to be a delivery. They want a delivery every day, even if they're buying stuff they don't really need or want.
You indulge a bit too much, that it's hard to go the other way again, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm above all this sort of stuff, by the way. I'm just saying that's a thing.
No, because I know what that feels like. I've got a parcel coming sometime soon. Something I ordered, and I look forward to it arriving. Yeah. It's a legitimate. It works. It does what it's meant to do. It's not. You know what I mean? It does exactly what you hope it will do, rather. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you should feel good about something that you've obviously paid for. It's exciting, something arriving.
As long as you can afford that, you're not getting yourself into greater and greater debt because
and that's
of
not
it.
the only way that you can feel good.
Yeah. Yes. If that's your only sense of achievement.
Do you think we could turn a spiritual spin on this and say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can.
I was going to say, an atheistic worldview is very hedonistic, I think, where very little matters except
how you feel.
Happiness.
How you feel. I mean, maybe that's unfair, because obviously people still care about other people, and there's still acts of kindness. Do you see what I'm getting at?
I do. Yeah.
I feel like people still care about other people, yes, but they care about other people's happiness as well. So at the end of it, happiness is everything. So it's their happiness and other people's happiness. Yeah. Whereas obviously for us, happiness just isn't just a goal. Like I was talking to Dad about this a little bit, like a very little bit, but like what our number one priority is on earth as Christians, and it's not happiness.
Not about being happy.
No,
no.
It's just not. No. That's not why we're here. If it was about that, then we wouldn't be here. We'd be in heaven. I mean,
the Bible. Yeah, the Bible talks about joy, and the difference between joy and happiness is that. Devon?
Hey, you go for it. You can't just leave me in it.
Oh no. Joy comes from a sense within, not what's happening. Happiness is happening, they say.
Depending on what happens, yeah.
Yeah, so the Bible does talk about a feeling of a good feeling, but it's not based on what's happening. It's essentially what we're talking about. But again, like you say, that's not the goal, to be joyful. No, it's
a fruit of the Spirit rather than a gift of the Spirit.
Yeah, happiness isn't a fruit of the Spirit, is it?
No,
but joy is. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, and obviously the difference between the fruits and the gifts is one. Like, the fruit is what you will get if you are following in Christ. It's not what you're aiming for. It's what you will receive. So you will receive peace and. Yeah.
It's not our motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
I think God also wants us to be happy, and He wants us to feel good, but He doesn't say that that's the most important thing.
No, not at all.
Yeah, our feelings are very fickle feelings.
Yes, they can be, can't they?
Yeah,
I can find myself just being sad for no reason.
Yeah,
like, I can't even articulate. All of a sudden, I just get.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's my diet, but there you go. Yeah.
I think
so you can't trust your feelings, is what you were saying. I think, isn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, pick up on something you said right at the beginning, Devon. I can think, I've got 2 or 3 hours spare. I'm going to play this game today, I could achieve so much of my goals in a certain game, or watch a certain episodes of a TV drama or something, and you binge on something, you come out of that 4 or 5 hours later, often you've done more than you originally planned to do, but you don't feel any better for it.
No.
In fact, like you say, you can feel a little bit drained and a bit disappointed.
Yeah, it's like you just vegged out for a bit, just try to.
Because you think, at the end of a Sunday evening, if I've had a relaxed Sunday afternoon, I think, I didn't achieve anything, and that's what it constantly comes back to, about achievement. And the achievement doesn't have to be something to do with satisfying your feelings. It can be an actual, like you say, a more spiritual thing as well. It could be achieving something. You've been, sharing something with somebody, or spending time with God, in a quiet place. There's so many other ways in which that balance can be found,
But I think there is a place for those easy hits of dopamine, as it were.
Yeah.
There's a place for a little fun, just playing a game.
Yeah.
But I think it's a minor place, to be honest.
It shouldn't be the be all and end all, should it?
I mean, I spent most of my day yesterday playing games, so I can't really. It's a bit hypocritical when we say it, but you know.
Yeah, but if you did that every day for a week, you at the end of that week, you wouldn't feel better for it.
No. Yeah, I was riding high on weekend fever. That's what I'm gonna say anyway.
Weekend fever, yeah. That.
Yeah, I really do feel like in today's society, again, feeling like I'm talking like an old man. We do just focus on like just making yourself feel good right now, and it's really, really bad. I think like we miss out on just being quiet and just being still. And like obviously in the Bible it tells us to be still, and it is again biblical scriptures with how they actually relate today. Being still and just being in the moment and just thinking about your life, thinking about all the things that you've been given, all these things that you can be thankful for. It just makes you feel so much better. Yeah. Like if I'm feeling bad one day, I literally just go back. I'm going to my happy place. I go into the shower. I just sit in the shower for like half an hour. So I don't know what it is about the shower. It's just like I feel like I can just think. And I can just be peaceful, and then I come out and I just feel so much better.
I get that too sometimes. Yeah.
So every time it's just like I just feel like irritable or if I've got a headache, I just go into the shower. It's everything. It's just so much better.
Very good.
Just go in there and I just be still and I just talk to God, and it's just so much better afterwards.
And it feels like you're inside a TARDIS.
Yes.
Small inside. No, I joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder whether we should, to get the balance, because I think that was your heading for this segment, the balance is important, whether the things that appeal to our feelings should be seen as a reward, or we should treat them as rewards for things that are achievements, you know? So set yourself, I think you said once before, Ford, that you, what habit do you play an instrument, or you do something else each day, and then once you've done that, you feel like you can.
I've got a list of a ton of things that I want to get good at, right? So I don't say you have to do all these things every day. I mean, that's the goal, but I'm happy as long as I've done something off that list, you know?
Off your list, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then you can go and have a shootout on Call of Duty or something afterwards, you know.
Yeah, it's a matter of doing something with your life, isn't it? Building something, you know? I think anyway. But that takes discipline, doesn't it? I mean, it's a lot easier just to get your phone out, you know?
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Definitely.
I think we all agree that screens and technology are fabulous. We love our times playing and using them, but there's definitely a time when it becomes too much, you know.
Yeah.
And something away from that is important.
Yeah.
Interacting with others in the flesh, not just on a screen, is important, I think, as well.
I'd say if you're doing 50-50, you're doing all right. I mean, it could be better, but
that's good. That's quite generous, I think. Yeah. Generous towards the what do you call it? The pleasurable stuff, you know. But the things that the good feel good achievements don't have to be. They're not unpleasant, are they?
No.
You know, they feel good of themselves.
I feel like there's not a good and there's a bad. There's everything in moderation. So as you say, like if we do too much of the work, then you feel bad.
You burn out. Yeah,
you burn out, and it's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. But if you do too much of the pleasure, shall we call it, then obviously you feel bad then. So it's just moderation.
I mean, the Bible does talk about us having the right balance in that, and work being important for the soul as well. You know.
Yes.
Man doesn't eat work, he doesn't eat. You know, in those days that was very true. These days, in our modern society, people can get away without working, and they can just, you know, because we look after people who either can't work for legitimate reasons or won't work. That's another argument, a political argument that we won't get into now.
Well done.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Very good.
Cool. Well, that's me. Thank you very much.
Paps segment subject.
Okay, gentlemen, welcome to my segment.
Thank you.
I read an article, and you know me, when I sometimes read articles, I share them. They're not necessarily long, but I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm going to give you a summary of it. And the heading was, Apple and Android install virus tracking technology directly onto our phones. And that's got me thinking about, my heading for this slot is pandemic tech. And I've got 2 negatives and 1 positive, which I could introduce, and you can just share your thoughts on. What part technology's got to play in this whole virus pandemic we're living through at this time, and likely to be living through for a lot longer yet? We're 6 months in now, and you know, how the world has changed. So obviously some of the numbers are looking better now than they did at the peak of the whole situation. But we've still got things are not going to return to normal soon. So, well, let's talk quickly about this whole idea of Android and Apple pre-installing, or in another future update, not giving you a choice to have a track and trace app on your phone that's going to know whether you've been directly in contact with somebody else who has the virus, or has been, had a positive test to the virus, and then you'll get notified whether you like it or not. Now, this idea has been worked on. If you remember, the government tried to develop its own app and it failed miserably. And in some countries, they are using systems like that on a voluntary, you deliberately choose to install it, and it helps to prevent the spread, but it looks like, according to this article I read, that Apple and Android are shortly going to be forcing it upon us. How does that feel?
Yeah.
That doesn't
How
feel
does
good.
that feel?
That doesn't feel good at all.
No.
I mean, I've never heard of this, but it sounds good to me. Like, what's the problem?
I feel like obviously, if you do not do anything wrong, you got nothing to hide. But still, everyone has their human right to privacy. And if they're forcing it upon you, like if it was voluntary, I'll be like 100% down. I'll probably even get it. But if they're forcing it upon you, you'll get ads because you walk next to a co-op. You get ads for co-op and things like that. They'll make it some way profitable as well.
You think this is just the thin end of the wedge, as it were?
Yeah.
So the argument is that governments will have more access to our private personal information. But their argument, from the government's perspective, this is obviously aimed at saving lives. It's aimed at allocating resources where they're most needed. It's also their argument would be, well, you voluntarily give more personal information to your supermarket already than we're asking of you to help to save lives. So that would be their justification for it.
I don't think that's really true. Like, my supermarket doesn't know where I am right now at this moment.
Yeah.
No, but it knows when you've been into certain stores. I mean, but
this would know where I've been every second of the day, every store that I've been in.
Yeah, I think that's the concern. Or it will know who else you've been in contact with. I'm not sure necessarily it knows where geographically you've been. It depends. Who knows what it knows?
Yeah. When you try and look at your path and who you came in contact with when you've got coronavirus, you have to take into account who was in the store with you when you went to visit the store and everything like that.
Yes.
So it's even just like going a little bit over there, going inside the store just when this first person is. It has to, I would assume it has to track you quite accurately and quite regularly.
Or if each of our mobile devices have some kind of unique identifiable code, and if each phone can detect other codes in its area, I mean, it must force the phone to know who else is around it, even with Bluetooth off, because the simplest solution would be just to switch Bluetooth off, which would be an inconvenience for a lot of people, because I've heard that it uses Bluetooth, but there must be another method of it knowing who's in that vicinity, what other phone users are in that vicinity. We're not tech whiz kids, but I think it must work in some method of knowing who you've been in the vicinity of, rather than where that vicinity was. But it could easily be what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm a very small government guy. I'm trying not to go political again, but the less the government has in my pockets, the better, I think. Obviously, I'm all about saving lives, stay home, that kind of thing. Which obviously I haven't gone to a pub yet. I went to Turtle Bay once, and that's it. Yeah. But when the government knows where I am, I just be like,
all the time.
All the time.
There's a big concern. Yeah. There's a lot, we could talk for hours on this, but there's a lot of anxieties I have about it as well, which is unusual for me, because I've got the Echo Dot devices all around my home. I'm not usually a conspiracy theorist, but this feels like it's an imposition upon us, might very likely be forced.
Okay.
So that's one I class as negative. I take on board Ford's point. Well, what's the problem? If we've got nothing to hide, what's the problem? It's not so much about hiding something. I suppose yes, you could say governments could use the same information to track drug deals and illegitimate activities as well. That's a possibility, isn't it? In court cases, well, were you with such and such on such and such date and time? Yes, we can check that by your phone data. Yeah, that could be a positive in that. But it does feel very Big Brother, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So the point of this conversation, anyway, is how technology is being used to better or worsen our current societies or experiences. And so that, I think, could be classed as a negative. It's pushing forward something I think was going to happen at some point in the future anyway, but it's bringing it forward. What we're seeing at this current time is things that were probably going to take 10 years to happen are happening in 10 months. The way, I'll come on to the next two things I was going to say. The cashless society is dawning. The use of paper and metal money in our pockets is now so diminished. Now, that would have probably come to an end in the next 10 years, but I think we're looking now 2 years tops before most places won't take cash. So what good is your cash? Even now, a lot of shops won't take cash.
Yeah, because obviously the coronavirus is risk of spread. Yeah.
So those who want a cashless society will manipulate this situation to promote it quicker.
Like PayPal.
Yeah, exactly. Big business. Yeah. They want to know what you're spending your money on, and they can't tell that when you use paper and metal money to do it. There's no trace of and again, it's information, isn't it? When you purchase anything with your contactless card or your phone, again, back to that unusually misnamed device that we have to carry in our pockets. The cashless society is dawning now.
Yeah,
like never before.
My hairdresser takes card.
Yeah,
I'm very happy.
Well, I've been offered a little contactless device for my gardening and maintenance customers.
Oh wow!
But I haven't taken it because it's another cost. But a lot of companies are small, self-employed people are doing that. Anyway, so there's two negatives there, I think. Ford, what do you think about that last one?
I don't know about the last one. Yeah, no thoughts really. I was thinking about your phones one though. You kind of sign away your rights, don't you? When there's like terms and conditions and you first accept.
Yeah.
No one reads them, but that sort of gives them free reign to do whatever they want, doesn't it?
All we know is I'm not going to be able to use what I'm just downloaded unless I say yes.
Yeah.
So you have to accept if you really want it.
If you don't like Apple and Android doing whatever they're doing, you go somewhere else, I guess. But obviously, you're going to suffer with your technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess there's always an option, but I guess
go Nokia.
Yeah, go Nokia. Get a new BlackBerry. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Is their personal information rights better?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not.
Well, Nokia and BlackBerry are still Android, so.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah.
Never mind. Oh, you're stuck. Never mind.
You could go dumb phone and you don't have to have a smartphone, do you? But more and more these days we do.
Well, as a quick side note, they've just announced a Surface phone, the Windows Surface phone. It's really cool. It's like a folding phone,
So, right, okay. Interesting, okay. So the final one, that could be seen as a negative, the final thing I wanted to talk about very quickly was that working from home development that we're experiencing now, not necessarily in any of our lines of work, but the proliferation of Zoom, Teams, Skype. No need to spend 2 hours sat on a packed train commuting just to be able to go and sit in front of another computer screen, and the positive benefits that has to the environment and the also personal and emotional well-being that of the people who have been forced into those scenarios. Now, I see all that as a good thing. There is the opposite argument that, well, it's killing the city centres, the coffee shops and the sandwich bars are dying because there's nobody going out to get their morning coffee and their lunchtime sandwich. But for me, those negatives pale into insignificance if businesses have to adapt and change and move to where it might help other smaller town centres where people are living nearby. They might still go and get their sandwich from Pret or Subway or wherever at lunchtime, but go to one that's near their home rather than near their office. But the positive for me, the big thing, is the emotional well-being of people who are forced into those long commutes, and also the environmental benefits to the. When we were in full lockdown, a term which I never fully agreed with, because people were still going out and about and doing things, but when we were at the worst of the lockdown, the environment benefited so much. The pollution apparently in our capital city and other major cities was noticeably less.
Wildlife as well returning to where they should be.
Wildlife.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's beginning to tail off now. As things, dolphins swimming down the high street. It's beautiful.
Venice, anyway.
So, but we're living. I mean, even today, this weekend, we've heard all the stuff about Extinction Rebellion and and all the stuff that I have problems with. the arguments are sound, but the methods concern me. And the whole argument about what we're doing to help our planet be inhabitable for our children's children. I can only see that working from home seems to make sense. What's the point in doing all that travelling to go and sit in front of another computer screen? If you can do it from home, do it from home.
The thing is, a lot of people have a hard time not being with other people. Being at home is really bad for people's mental health.
In some cases, and I think there'll still be some people who need to work together in creative terms, but also there are other ways of meeting those actual physical needs for in-person communication.
Yeah, because Zoom just doesn't really cut it, It's not the same as being around people and chatting and stuff like that.
I think the biggest thing that I'm thinking about is being just, away from home. Like, even if there's not really many people around you at the office, like just being out of the house and in a different environment that you can put your work brain on.
But the good thing, then there's other options, and I think I've heard this, that there are some companies who are seeing another opportunity of creating more localized Zoom offices, like hot desk offices, just to be able to use your Zoom, cubicle type spaces, a pleasant environment, but you travel 5-10 minutes to get to instead of 2 hours to get to on a train, or spend 2 hours a day traveling, averaging here, who knows what people's average commutes are, but all the harmful environmental costs are negated then.
Yeah.
There are better ways of doing what we do as a society.
Yeah. I mean, I used to commute for like an hour and a half, both ways. Well, each way. Yeah, each way. And it is too much, and it doesn't make you feel good, because once you just finished your day of work, you're like, oh, well, I've got another hour and a half, so I'm back home. But then I've had it the other way around, when I've commuted like 20 minutes, and it's just perfect, and it's a nice walk home, or
You'd be more productive, and companies are recognising that now. They don't need such large office spaces. That the losers in this are the owners of the office building, commercial property owners, and they're going to be the ones to miss out, but they'll probably turn them into flatlets, won't they, and sell them. But so you're more productive, is what I was going to say. Anyway, that's just my thoughts, really. So pandemic tech, what's the technology? How is it changing our society? I think it's going to be significant. It already is.
Yeah.
And the whole concept of things that would have taken 10 years to happen are now happening in 10 months,
It's mostly like a cultural thing, what people can expect. Because we've had things like Skype for ages. Like we didn't need a pandemic, we didn't need Zoom to be able to have a meeting online. But it's kind of made it, okay, that's what we can do now. That's what we can.
Yeah.
Like just.
It's a realization.
Yeah, it's a realization that you can just do that rather than getting everyone to the office, which I think is the most important thing.
The biggest change, I think, is in the mindset of the business owners that thought, if we let our staff work from home, they'll be playing computer games all day and not doing their work. But they've seen, actually, no, it can work. In many circumstances, it can work. And people are more productive rather than less, generally, because they're happier. There'll be counter arguments to all I've said. I know, and it's not the same for everyone. There are negatives to it as well, working from home.
Me personally, I'd much prefer to drive 15 minutes and sit in an office cubicle than to not drive at all and sit at my desk for 8 hours doing work at home. Yeah. Because then before that you're at home, then after that you're at home, and it's just too much home, I think.
I mean, imagine I live in a small town. I think there's probably about 10,000 people live here, and if there was a central building that everybody could walk to in 10 minutes that hosted 40 hot desks with soundproofed cubicles or whatever, but nicely done, then anybody who normally commutes into London or one of the other big cities can go there even 3 days a week or 4 days a week instead of doing the,
and then going to where they need to go for the creative impersonal things.
Yeah, and then the coffee shops and the sandwich bars in our town are going to prosper. Yes, the ones in central London are going to struggle, but that's just a small community of 10,000 people. you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And the environment benefits from it.
I'd much prefer your money to go to where you're living.
Yeah.
And then
it could be the salvation of the high
your,
street.
your council, and your council helping you back, rather than obviously you paying for the Metropolitan. And it's just like, well, you're not actually going to really see the benefit then of sowing into London when you don't live in London.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about online retail being the death of the high street. This could be the salvation of the high street, because people will be staying in their local communities more.
Maybe.
Who
Interesting
knows?
anyway, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Things changing.
Ford, anything to conclude that with?
Yeah, I never really understood why you'd go into London, but I think going to a general workplace is relatively important for people's sanity. Like getting out of the house, what Devon said, and being around other people, I think is important. But going all the way to London, taking hours to travel, that's insane.
Yeah. Well, they do that for the money. I think it's big bucks in London, so that's why the people can do the commute. But
I mean, imagine saving £6,000 on your rail card.
Yeah.
You know. That's a nice bonus.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
then trains and buses are going to become worse. That means people are going to rely on cars more. So that's, again, like for the environment, public transport.
Yeah, but soon cars will be all electric and self-driving anyway. So again, it's about technology taking leaps and bounds much quicker than we ever thought possible.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
Ford's segment subject.
Welcome to the long-awaited, highly anticipated Film Fan Theories Part 2.
Heck yeah, dude!
Woo! I've been waiting for this for ages. Yeah.
Well, so
this is almost like, because it was episode 3, I think, that you first introduced the film fan. Say it right. Film fan theory concept to us. Well, to me anyway. Episode 3. We're now on episode 28. This is almost like those Mary Poppins fans who had to wait 54 years for a sequel.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the longest gap in any film release sequel.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's much like that, but thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah. The original Mary Poppins came out in 1964, and then 54 years later, Emily Blunt came back with Mary Poppins Returns. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Alrighty, anyway, so how it works is I'm going to try and convince you that a film or films work in a way in which they're not shown to work in the film. So I'll give you the theory and then explain the logic behind that theory. And then you guys can tell me if I've convinced you, Yeah. And again, I didn't come up with these theories, I'm not that perceptive, so I'm stealing other people's content here. It's great.
Excellent.
Okay.
So first of all, I thought I'd hit you with a mini theory to get you into the idea of the concept. It's that the Joker from the Batman saved Gotham. So, the idea, if you haven't seen the Batman film recently, I'll give you a bit of a breakdown, kind of. So in the beginning of Batman, he's trying to clean up the streets of Gotham. This is the second film, by the way, where the Joker comes in. But he's trying to clean up the streets, but the Dark Knight, that's the one. Yeah, thank you. But he's getting nowhere because all the crime bosses that he puts away they just get out because they can just pay bail and all that sort of thing. So enters the Joker. He comes in, blowing stuff up, stealing, killing, and you know how it is. But by the end of the film, all the major crime lords are behind bars. This film, we see the Joker robbing from the crime lords in the opening scene. We see him kidnapping the head of the crime lords. He gets the crime lord to give him all the money, and then he burns all the money. Yeah. So he absolutely ruins the crime lords, what they've got going on. He does more for cleaning up the streets of Gotham, I reckon, than Batman does.
Interesting.
Yeah, what do you think to that?
What about when he blows people up?
Well, they're just random people.
Okay.
Yeah, he needs must, You know how it is.
He blew up the hospital.
Yeah, that was empty,
Okay.
Interesting.
I think that in terms of reducing the overall crime in Gotham, it looks like you can't be argued that it's against. I mean, it looks like it looks like he just did that, didn't he? As you say, there's a few scenes where he's going against the crime lords. That's probably for his intention is to make him number one. To instate his hierarchy of him being the head crime lord of all of Gotham. But he does get rid of them all, doesn't he? So
yeah. By the end of the film, Batman then retires for 5 years. So in the second film, or in the third film, as it is, the next film, Batman's not been around for years, and it's all hunky dory, you know.
Yeah.
So crime's clearly gone down.
Or is it that crime is still? He's instead of having multiple crime lords, we've just got the one.
yeah.
Well, then the Joker obviously gets beaten by the end of the film, so it doesn't matter. You know.
Does the Joker take any credit for reducing or removing crime?
I don't think so. No.
No, I'd have to watch it again, but it's an interesting idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm convinced.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It seems like I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, he gets rid of the crime lords, and it doesn't look like he starts up any new like drug cartels or anything like that.
No. Yeah.
He blows up a hospital. You know, he kidnaps those people on boats and that kind of thing. But does it like overall crime throughout the whole city? I think obviously the rate has gone down. But
so we can't argue with that one then.
Wow, good.
Okay.
Right, so that's my mini fan theory. Okay.
Bring on the next one.
Here comes the next. Now we all remember the film WALL-E, don't we?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's about robots falling in love and getting overweight people to care about the environment. So now, in the film, the human race has abandoned Earth and giving WALL-E time to fix the planet, essentially.
Yeah.
But we learned that the Starship Axiom, which is what it's called, has been away far longer than it's supposed to be. 700 years compared to its original 5-year planned voyage.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know about you. We've all had to stretch our food budget a bit. But have you ever tried to stretch 5 years worth of food over 700 years?
No, I have.
So they would have had to bring 140 times the required amount.
Yeah.
In order to feed all those humans. Now we're told that there's 600,000 people, and that over 700 years. My conclusion can only be that the villain of the story is a lot worse than we thought. Otto, the autopilot, has been grinding up the dead humans and feeding them to the live humans. Yeah.
Is that what you think?
That's all I can think, because what's in space? I mean,
there's no biodome to grow their own, because that's the whole point. They see this little tiny plant shoot.
Yeah, there's no plants. They don't know what a plant is.
That's the first time a plant's been found, isn't it? Yeah.
Maybe they've got replicators.
Or they live off multivitamin tablets.
Yeah. If they had replicators, they wouldn't have had to leave Earth, or they could have settled somewhere else, you know? They talk about the Earth as if it's run out of resources, kind of.
Oh, I thought they left Earth because the ashtray was full.
Yeah, what?
That's why people sell a car, isn't it? Because the ashtray got full.
Oh, I see.
So that the Earth was the ashtray, and it got too full of junk.
Yeah.
If they started out with the Axiom with that 600,000?
Yeah, 600,000. Yeah.
And then they end it with 600,000. Then they must be grinding up the people, because obviously you would have population change. Population with humans in that kind of environment would come out of control. That'd be loads. So unless they had a very few amount of people to begin with, I don't know. Yeah.
We see the WALL-E and Eva. They go into the trash disposal area, don't they? And we don't see any dead bodies or anything, so they're not getting rid of them.
Well, they might jettison.
A children's film. See the dead bodies in the trash disposal. But they're also, it's obvious that they're not like living off the scraps, are they?
No,
we're well fed, aren't they, individuals?
Yeah.
It's not just they're living a sedentary lifestyle, but they are also must be eating their daily allowance of calories.
And then some, for sure.
And then some, yeah.
That's what I got for that one. What do you think?
Okay, possible.
I don't know. I think replicators could exist.
Yeah, because they do in Star Trek, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they actually say that. It's just Steve's a big plot hole. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not overly convinced. I mean, it's maybe a possibility, but I don't know. I think
we need a nutritionalist. We need a nutritionalist on the phone to give us some. How can you live without food?
I think human would be quite a good food palette for you, I think.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
How did the guy in the Martian films make? He grew potatoes, didn't he?
Yes.
On Mars?
He got poo and he got some sand and he mixed it together and made.
You made a potato out of some
yeah.
poo.
Oh, nice.
Matt Damon, yeah. We should get Matt Damon on the phone.
Botanist. Yeah.
He's not answering. Oh, okay.
Maybe next time.
Wow. Okay, so you're not convinced by that one?
No.
Okie dokie.
Me personally.
I think there are other options. There must be.
We're one
we
for
haven't
one.
worked them out yet. Okay. Yeah.
All
right.
Okay. Next I've got a matrix theory.
Oh, yes.
Oh, come on.
Now I say it doesn't matter which pill you take because you're stuck either way. Now, Devon, would you mind summarising the film for me?
Okay.
or maybe the concept.
Yes.
Yeah,
living off humans again. Yeah.
Yes.
The Matrix is a program made by humans, but taken over by robots that people have their consciousness in. So they're in the Matrix, and they're not aware that they're in the Matrix. So they're just living their life like simulation, just like everyday life. We're going to work, doing whatever. But then certain people get pulled out of the Matrix. They get woken up into the real world. And then there's this war going on between the robots who enslave the people into the Matrix and the real woken up people.
That's good. So I'm saying that in the real world, it's still the Matrix.
Yeah. I've heard this.
Have you heard it already?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. There's the idea that we're all in a Matrix already. Now, me and you.
Oh, I see. Yes.
This is a Matrix.
No, I mean when they get woken up from the Matrix, they're still in the Matrix. That's what I'm saying. Yes. So I got a few pointies here. We've got in the second film when Neo's in the real world.
Yeah.
He manages to stop the machines with some sort of technopathy or something like that.
Yeah.
He uses some sort of powers to stop him. So that's a power that he shouldn't have in the real world. If you ask me,
because he's the one, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's the one within the Matrix.
He's the Christ-like character.
The prophecy is all about like how in the Matrix he can do whatever he wants, and then he comes out of the Matrix, we think, and he's still able to do magic-y things. And then just after that, he faints, and then he's jacked into the Matrix again. If you remember, he ends up on a train station. They call it Limbo.
Yeah.
But he's not jacked in. He shouldn't be able to do that unless he's still in the Matrix. He's able to see code in the real world after he gets blinded.
Yeah.
In the real world, again. Neo brings Trinity back to life by pumping her heart within the Matrix. But that wouldn't work. She's not. That's not her real body. That's a digital avatar, and unless, of course, she wasn't really dead in the real world.
That's a good point, actually, because you die in real life because you've died in the Matrix because the body cannot live without the mind.
Yeah.
So it's not the heart in the Matrix that's broken. It's the mind that's gone. That's why you've died. So yeah, pumping the heart inside the Matrix. I mean, is that really going to do much?
Yeah, that's not a real heart. Anyway, okay, so they bleed. Yeah, they bleed in the real world when they get beaten up in the Matrix. Like, what's that?
Yeah, I always wondered about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come with a blood nose or
To summarise, I've got a bit of a thing. We all know the no spoon guy, the kid, right? He in the first film, a kid comes up to it within the Matrix, comes up to Neo and says, "There is no spoon." He's trying to get him to bend the spoon to show him that this isn't the real world. And Neo manages to do it just by realizing this isn't real. There is no spoon. Well, in the second film, a boy sends Neo a present in the real world of a spoon. And it's a reminder that reality isn't what it seems. Why would he send him a spoon in the real world, suggesting that this world isn't real?
That there still is no spoon.
There's still no spoon, yeah.
Okay.
Even within the real world.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, you could have a point. It'd be interesting to see if this theory is picked up on in the next Matrix film.
Oh, yes, because they're doing a sequel, aren't they?
They're doing a sequel, a Matrix 4, So I wonder if that's where the plot line will be, that everything we've seen so far is already in the Matrix.
And a little hint that doesn't really hold much water, but at the very end, when they finally won, it zooms in on Morpheus. The last thing he ever says in the films, "Is this really real?"
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he's the believer. He's the one who's always believed that this is destined to happen.
Yeah.
And yet, when it happens, he questions it.
Yeah. Those Wachowski brothers are cooking our noodle.
They're slippery guys, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What do you reckon to that one?
Oh, I think we might go with that one, personally.
Really?
The evidence is mounting up, yeah.
Do I believe that was the intention of the film writers? Maybe not.
Okay.
But
it sounds good to me. They put a few little eggshells, a little trail there for us to follow.
Cookie crumbs.
Cookie crumbs, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll go for it, yeah.
Some hints, yeah.
All right.
Well impressed, yeah.
Well, that's 2-1 then, I guess. I convinced you of two theories.
Yeah, Wally loses out, sorry, yeah.
I thought that was the sinker, that one. I thought it was easy. Well, there you go.
Maybe we just don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Humans don't eat humans. What are you talking about?
Disney wouldn't approve of cannibalism. It was a Disney film, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
Or a Pixar film.
Yes, cartoon. Yeah. Thing is, you can find water in space in the Kuiper Belt. They say they go through the Kuiper Belt, but you can find water and stuff like that. You can't find food, not people.
No.
Not animals.
Maybe they just live on neutralized, not neutralized, nutritionally infused flavored water. Yeah.
Replicators.
That's all you're saying.
Yep. That's what you need.
There's no sign of replicators in any of them.
There's no sign of eating dead people.
Yes, exactly. We don't know what we don't see. You can't presume either. Yeah.
You can't just make matter. In Star Trek, I'm pretty sure they have matter, but
what they do
replicators...
when they get in the ice for the water, they grab some rock as well, and then just throw that into the replicator. There you go, sorted. Change the carbons around, easy peasy.
But they throw away junk like it doesn't matter. You know?
Maybe that isn't actually throwing it away. That's just the excess of what they don't need to make more food.
You're a slippery guy, you are.
Well
all right. Well, that wraps me up.
And now it's time for Random Chatting.
So now it's time for our random chat. Our last week's homework. We're going to play Call of Duty Mobile. We've managed to rope in our old gaming expert, Timothy. And we got a bit of live footage, I guess, of us playing it as the review. So on with that.
Dev, your
host. Why do I have a medipack?
Wow. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, I'm level squat all, so it doesn't really matter. Can't change anything.
Actually, I don't have a loadout again. I need to get gun.
I mean, you get guns when you're there, do you?
Yeah. I mean, as in like when you get the drop, when you get a loadout drop.
So is this going to be very similar to the only battle royale game I've ever played is PUBG? So is it going to be very similar?
Kind of. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Now I've got to play.
Who clicks? I've just got to click ready.
Yep. Film ready's up when I'm ready.
Is Jazzy his boss?
Okay.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous about this.
Why?
I don't know what to do.
Win.
My controls are just messed up.
Seek, kill, destroy.
Wow.
Are we in an ever decrease? Have we got a parachute in and stuff like that, or what?
I guess we'll find out. Change class. Oh, there's different classes. We're all medic at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I've got a grappling hook.
What the heck was that?
Sick. I've got a grappling hook, dude.
I saw you fly across the thing.
Whee!
I'm gonna be the Joker.
Have you got grappling hook?
It's in the top right corner, just on the map. That's your skill.
Oh, so you're not a medic?
No, I am.
Scout?
Oh no, I'm a ninja. I'm a ninja.
Cool.
I've got a wind-up toy because I'm the Joker.
What does it do?
I don't actually know. Oh, do I just press it myself when it explodes?
Stab.
I don't think this is going to go well.
Oh wow, look at this.
Do we all jump together or?
We jump together.
Oh,
that's me up front.
No, that's me up front.
You sure?
We hit soon down.
Bloody clones, dude.
Oh, here it goes.
So will we all jump together? How are we gonna do it?
You can open the map.
Following Hotan's to Beef.
Following Hotan's
Oh.
move. There we go.
I don't know where we're going.
Neither do I. It was automatically following you, so.
Let's go standoff
Standoff. Where's that?
on the
It's
left.
down there.
I'm looking at the map.
Now!
Don't look at the map.
Follow your
Have you all
heart.
jumped?
No,
No,
wait
wait on you.
No, wait on you.
Eh?
Waiting for you.
Go. Shall I go to crash?
You're just going
Or-
Yeah.
Yep. Oh gosh. Oh, it's gone
Missed-
the bridge. Oh no.
Missed the bridge. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
I was trying to miss it, but it's different to PUBG. Oh,
I'm
gosh,
going
I
in the
can't get
small.
down.
I call this small house.
I was going to go in that one.
Ooh.
Oh man, I got armor already. Sick.
Oh, Oh, I got a gun. Thank goodness.
I got 2 guns. Wow.
There we go.
So
I'm
automatic-
video games.
It automatically grabs everything for you. That's good.
Is this?
Very similar to PUBG, isn't it?
Oh, so the guns are in boxes. There's one on my. I'm 4.
I've
If,
got a
if,
gun,
if
yeah.
someone needs a gun, come to me.
Some adrenaline.
Run in, run in, run in.
Everything looks the same. It's just a bunch of boxes. It's not very helpful.
Man, the graphics compared to this is really funny. The graphics compared to Bloomin' Thingy-majig.
PUBG.
PUBG.
Nah, not PUBG.
Fortnite.
Nah, even Deathmatch is
Fall
worse.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Fall
Right, yeah.
Guys. Yeah.
Someone's shooting.
Where's shoot?
No. Oh, behind me. He's shooting at me.
I got no sound, so I'm
Where
just
are you?
playing off
Oh,
whatever
right.
they you guys
4.
say.
Got him. That's 1 anyway. There's probably others. He's crawling away. Should I? Oh.
Oh,
No.
sorry, I got him.
That's cool.
What's in the box?
Um,
Nothing good. Okay.
I put this wind-up toilet.
Ah!
Monkey.
You put
Zombies!
the zombies.
Zombies!
There. You put them there.
No, that can't be. Can't be me. I'm being shot in the back though.
They came out that box.
There's someone. There's someone on the left.
Where though?
Oh, I see him.
Flippy's tough.
I didn't.
There must be-
think- Wow.
There must be at
The
least 2 more.
zombies came out that thing you dropped for.
No, that's
They
not.
did. I saw them.
That's not a thing.
With my own eyes.
Whatever it was you did, that's what happened.
I think that's what
Shooting
happens
still.
when a bad guy dies.
Oh, I couldn't use my grapple. That makes
Do you
me
see
sad.
that blue thing on the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mine.
Is,
sorry.
Oh, it's a
You've
you've been
marker.
all the. Oh right, it's a marker. Okay, I was wondering if it was a car.
I'm
can
getting a
delete
bit
my
worried
marker,
now.
yeah.
I've just got a battery warning come up here, even though I'm plugged in.
Ooh. Oh, we weren't that far from the line then. That's good. So we're in.
Yeah, we're in. We've got to find some
Right.
noobs.
And the car.
Yeah. But definitely some noobs.
Because I rate these games on how good the car system is.
Really? Well, you learn something new every
Also,
day.
marker. I'm going down this.
I don't even know if they have cars in this. I'm just making things up.
I'm 100% going down this.
Oh, the
Zip
zip line.
line.
Goodbye.
Oh, you could have waited for me. I wanted to see it.
Do it yourself if you want.
All right.
I found one. I found one.
What, a car or a bag?
Bad guy.
I'm too far away from you, I think.
What number are you? Number 2? 1.
He's number 2.
Oh, no, I'm shooting above him. There we go. There we go.
He's probably got friends, right?
Nah, he's legit just running by himself.
Hmm.
Where are
Zip
your
line
running
nine.
mates? Where are your running mates, you little rat?
Coming. There he is.
What's that timer with the
How long till the
40,
zone?
40 seconds? It's an airplane.
Oh, okay. Drops? Like good drops or something?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Oh, someone's shooting.
You guys are so far away from me.
Oh, there he is in the middle of the road.
Ooh.
I'm gonna die without help. Oh, cool.
God, I'm just not seeing anyone. By the time I get there, it did.
You're worse, dude.
There's a couple of vehicles, weapons there.
The map doesn't really help as much as PUBG.
I'm near the epic drop.
The two aren't we now?
Oh no! He's put like a screen up around him. Ah!
Save, Andy.
Oh, it's alright. I've got him down.
Which number are you?
Woo! Number one.
One, I think, yeah.
You are number 1.
Oh,
There's more.
I've got another
There's
guy
more.
with me. Yeah,
Gosh.
another one.
I'm
Is
on my way,
anybody
but
nearby?
I'm coming, but I'm a bit far.
Is
Got
he
up
up?
skill.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh no, I should have used the zip line.
Whoa!
The heck?
Oh.
He's gone on to AFK. He hasn't moved. You're back. Hello.
Did you get him?
Disappeared.
You got him, nice.
Because you hadn't
did.
touched your computer, it moved you to AFK.
Wow,
I
it does that,
disappeared.
Yeah, I moved you back again.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Nice.
sorry.
You nailed it.
Oh, I made it. Thanks everybody
seeing
for coming
shots.
to my
I'm seeing
rescue. I got 2 of them.
Yeah. Didn't
Two
need it though,
guys.
did you?
That's when I get there.
Rescue.
No one, everyone's dead.
Do you
Never
see
mind,
that big purple thing
Yeah.
on the map?
Yeah.
It's the thing. It soups up your thing, I think.
A purple
Your ability.
thing?
That thing.
Yeah,
sums
on-
up your thing.
I can't see a purple thing on the map.
Directly ahead of us. Oh, you're running that way, okay.
Whee!
There's a big beam in the sky.
What?
Where me and... Turn around.
Right here.
Where we all are. Where you're not.
Where are you?
Just look on the map.
Oh, another guy.
That guy. Nice.
Ah, got
That's
him,
the
yeah.
point, man.
Well, where is everybody? I can't see you all.
Just turn
there.
around.
Gun
There's
it.
someone behind us. Someone behind us.
He dies today. Oh,
I thought I already killed him. Yeah, killed him.
Why are they coming at us one by one? Or is this...
what have you got? Nothing good. All we got.
Right, where am I looking?
It's literally
Purple.
right next to us. Literally right next to us.
right here. Right here.
So
Right
look
here.
on the map.
You see me? I'm right in front of you. It's here.
Yeah, this thing.
Yes.
Big
The big
purple
purple
light.
laser thing in the air.
Oh right, yeah. What does it do?
I think it soups up your ability.
You
Oh
reckon?
right.
Well, my toy now has gone purple and fancy.
Your toy.
Yeah, mine.
Well,
Your
my ability is to throw a toy and it explodes.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
what that is. I didn't know I got one of those.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've
I
got
did-
like a screen. Yeah.
Keep running, keep running.
I don't think you can use vehicles in this game.
You're lying.
I give it a 1 out of 10.
Not seen anything, have we?
What do you mean, Ford? There's zip lines.
Oh yeah, zipline's pretty good.
Hello. Is that you shooting?
No, I don't think I did.
Someone shot like a shotgun right next to me. I turned around and you were there.
Really? Oh.
You guys need to heal up. I'm just saying.
Oh, what's that?
To heal up is my ability. I'm a
Healer.
medic.
Oh, right. Does it just heal you?
I think it heals anyone who stands in a circle, I think. Yeah, I'm back to 100.
How do I know my healing
To the
rate?
bottom, middle.
Next to your little, to the left of the HP, there's a little
That's your
scale.
armor. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm really low on that. How do I increase that?
Find new armor. I think.
Bad guy. Right. Oh, sorry, it's my right. I don't know. Up the road.
Oh, more armor. There we go. Got level 3 best. I'm
Squad
living
viper. I
dream.
think.
Anything for me? No.
Where do I find armor?
On the floor.
On
somewhere.
dead people.
Have anything, Andy?
Necessarily got any in my?
Oh, there's some armor here. Oh, I just took it. These boxes are very unhelpful, aren't they?
What do you mean?
They automatically grab. I don't know.
I mean, auto
Ford's
grab
gonna be
is a
happy.
wonderful thing.
Oh, that sounds like a vehicle.
What?
Yay!
Oh gosh. Crashed.
What happened? It's a beauty as well. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
going
I
back.
found it
It's a
for you.
beaut.
Oh, really? Do you want me to get out?
No, I'm in the passenger seat. I got out.
Who's that
Who's
man?
driving?
Forwarders.
Me at the moment. Do you
What's
trust
the
me?
aeroplane's 10 countdown? Are we all on this now?
There's a bad guy behind us.
Where?
I don't know. I just saw shots. Should I drive in there like I'm mad?
Yeah.
Sure, I just saw a shot.
He's lying.
Yeah, he's shot on the map. You see it?
He's in that building to the right. The big building. right
Everybody
next
off.
to us.
How do
Pull
you
back,
get out?
pull back, pull back. Oh,
Oh, I've
How
got-
do you get out? Oh, there.
he's inside the
We're
building.
sit-
Close.
We're sitting ducks
There
if
he
we're
is.
just all together.
I mean, he's bad, so
Do you want to help me?
probably not.
Thank you.
Oh, just
Well done.
He died instantly,
Oh.
so I think he was alone. But
oh yeah.
Well,
he
that's
did crawl.
better. I've got better a new vest now.
I'm healing you.
The circle's quite small now. We should be being accompanied by other people very soon.
Oh no, I don't want to drive. Sorry.
I don't want to be in this seat.
No, I ain't driving. I ain't driving.
heck?
Somebody else drive. Somebody else drive.
Forward, go out.
Yeah, me.
Ford wanted to work out how good vehicle was.
Forward, man, go.
Where
Ah,
are you?
I can't.
Where are you?
Alright. I'm in. Alright, you ready?
Wait. Okay, I'm in. Yeah,
All
yeah.
aboard, ladies. We should probably actually stay here.
Still
if you-
28
shot behind us.
people.
Shots behind us. Get out. Everybody out.
Man, these vehicles are
Not
so
doing
good.
very good with the vehicle, are we?
There he is. He's popped round the corner.
Oh gosh, where am I going?
He's running too fast. I can't kill him. Eh.
Did he die instantly again?
Yeah.
What a noob.
I think I got him in the head though, so.
Steady on.
Oh, level 3.
Oh, another one.
Safety zone shrinking. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were
Good.
I'm actually 100%. And I've got adrenaline, so I could go
I'm a
higher if I
little
want.
bit lower than 100.
Oh gosh.
I've never been.
I've been
more
shot.
adrenaline. I see him.
Oh, he's just standing in.
Got him.
Oh, nice.
Well done.
I need healing.
This is a proper kill zone, this isn't it?
Yeah.
Just hang around here, they come to us.
I should probably get this M16, but I can't bother.
Nah, it's a
I'm
burst.
gonna
Don't do
heal
it.
if anyone needs it by the car.
By the car. I'm coming.
I'm just
Hold
here
on for me.
doing that. I don't want to get fined.
I'm coming.
Fine. Alrighty.
Oh, there's a dude in this building. I just saw him. Come here.
Heard
Come here.
gunshot.
He's on the stairs. He's on the stairs. He's mine. You're mine. You're worse, dude. You're worse. Mm.
Oh, he's got friends.
Has he?
Well, he's not dead yet, so he didn't die
Yeah.
instant.
I thought he died. Oh, he isn't.
He's crawling. There you go.
Crawling in my skin. Look at that M4. It's gold. Ooh, we take that. Thanks, guys.
The zone's shrinking again, but we're already within the circle.
We're okay here. I like this spot.
Might try and get higher.
What is real?
Eh?
Might try and get high up. So we've got a long
That's
way.
good.
Yeah.
Good idea, yeah.
Oh, I missed the ladder. I'm
The
done.
zone's coming in.
But the hill is in the wrong direction.
I'm not going in the hill.
I want to get up a hill up in the building.
Yeah, I'm up on these pipes.
What on the earth?
Oh, I've got a bad guy.
I don't see him.
It's okay, he's on his own. He died instantly.
I'm in. Let's bounce.
So you want to go to the zone, do we?
Yeah.
Alright, approach with caution.
Do,
I'm going to park up behind that van.
There's only 2 other people alive.
Oh wow, we've done well again, guys.
It's too easy. Jump. How do you jump?
Bounce. Where?
Everybody's hurt.
Oh yeah, there's a guy coming up the mountain.
Oh, I see him.
That's him.
The hill.
You still my kill now. You did.
Oh.
I shot him like 5 times, man.
One more. Take your meds now, guys, because if we lose on this last guy, I'm going to be set.
It's been known before, hasn't it?
Yeah.
One guy with a controller. I'm sitting in this hut, dude.
Right, someone needs to be on that range or something.
I'll go.
How do I find my tablets? What do they look like? What's that? That's a bomb.
Just to the left of your gun. There he is. He's coming down the mountain, the biggest mountain. He's behind the trees now.
Oh,
Where?
I'm looking at him. He's shooting at me. He's
Yeah,
on the
right.
map.
Gosh, you made zombies. Gosh.
Yeah.
oh
For-
no, he's made
for-
zombies.
For the bad guy.
Wow, the
Did
zombies
it
killed him.
Yes!
Winner, winner!
Kill for the zombies.
We're better, dude. We're better. Oh! That's not
Right.
bad. We won our first battle royale. That's pretty good.
Too easy, man.
Too easy. Yeah, none of us even got wounded. Well, wounded, but none of
Not-
us needed
not
reviving.
down.
Didn't get downed. It's crazy. PUBG's
Nine kills. Oh, cool. It shows you the map where you killed everybody.
Really?
Well, you watching it on the left,
Oh,
where we've been and everything, what we did.
yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. That's
Oh,
an improvement
wow.
on PUBG, isn't it?
Oh.
Overall,
Oh,
then,
wow.
you've got to decide, because I think we're coming to the end of our time on this now. I think I actually thought that was better than PUBG.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
So how many PUBG rip-offs out of 10 do you give it?
I can't remember what I rated PUBG as originally.
Oh, there you go.
but be a little bit better than that.
Huh?
Yeah, oh, I got 7 kills. That's not bad. Jazzy only got 4.
I didn't see anyone. Literally, it was always you guys going, oh, there's one here, and then me run, and always I did. And it happened again in the opposite direction. I was running around in circles.
I got a gold M4
Yeah.
and people just started dying so fast with that thing.
Oh.
So good.
Wow. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I like that.
I quite like this post-game report. Really, it's
My
pretty
days,
good.
guys.
It
My
gives you
family
a
members use it.
timeline, doesn't it? You can click on things, see where things happened.
I'd give it 9 PUBG rip-offs out of 10.
Yeah.
Apart from the menu and the tutorials, it's a great game.
I think, if we were reviewing the whole of the experience, I find the menu system very frustrating. There's too many swipe through options to get to where you want to go. I've been logged out many a time, even back to the main menu, which was very frustrating. Whilst at the end of a match, you know. So I enjoyed the PUBG more than I enjoyed the deathmatch and the other types of game modes that we played. Not the PUBG, the Battle Royale, I meant, Yeah, what does everybody else think?
Devon?
I mean, for a mobile game, I guess it's alright. Yeah. It's enjoyable. It makes my phone very hot.
Is Tim finding that? I remember that was a comment on your device.
Yeah,
Was it
I'm at half battery already, and I charged my phone. It's 11:24 right now on a Saturday. Audience, I charged my phone fully charged at 9:30 this morning. I'm at 48% battery.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't eat your battery, and it makes it very hot.
I have a Galaxy Note 9, dude. Big battery, big battery. I'm already at half.
And I'm playing on an iPad, and it's plugged in all the way, and I had a 5% battery warning pop up. So that shows me that it's not coping. The charging is, I'm down to 1% now. Yeah, 1% battery was plugged in.
Wow.
Gosh. So you can't even charge quick enough to be able to compensate
it's not
for the
charging game. Exactly. Yeah. So that's not a good endorsement of a mobile game, is it? But it's doing a lot, isn't it? The game is doing a lot.
Yeah. It's a big skill jump though in the game. So you play against people who are literally just running at you and don't even shoot you. Yeah. Or you'll play against people who have got a controller attached to their phone or something like that, so they can do everything at once. So it's like it's a bit. I don't know.
We seem to have 4 easy matches and then 2 very difficult matches, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or was it 3 difficult matches? I forget now.
But I know Activision they patented a system to actively look at your previous games and stick you with harder opponents, though.
Keep it.
It's like an elo system, yeah.
Yeah, it's an elo system. It's something in the background actively going, okay, like with Devon, he got 2 18-kill games, and then the jump in skill level.
Yeah.
After that.
It's obviously knew that we needed a tougher match,
Yeah, and in those matches that we got after that, I was like, I was still going a little bit positive, but not by much at all. Like 8 kills, 10 kills.
And the rest of us were just non-existent. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, we've probably all played games that we felt, this is boring, it's too easy, you know.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that Battle Royale was a bit too easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's the same elo system, though. I
bet if we played some more Battle Royale, we probably wouldn't win so easily.
Yeah.
It probably has to assess us, doesn't it, as a squad?
Yeah. Ford, how many rip-offs out of 10 did you give it?
I'd say 8, actually. I think I said 9 before, but it's good. It's good. 8.
8 rip-offs out of 10. You're crazy.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give it 7. Just because mobile FPS is like the controls just make me annoyed. But apart from that, I mean, they can't really do much about it. But I don't know.
But you're on a OnePlus as well. You're on a OnePlus 8, right? So like you got that 90 Hz refresh rate, and you're still having issues with FPS.
Yeah. I mean, the FPS isn't the hardest thing. It's just like the controls. Like you'd press shoot and it just wouldn't shoot, or there would be a different type of shoot, so it only shoots when you scope in. And it's just like, just let me do what I want to do, you know. That's it. But
Maybe that's the reason why you need a controller.
Yeah.
But you guys you're not mobile gaming players, are you? Really? Nah. You know, you're going to spend your time on a big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, plugged in with my GTX 1080, living the dream.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've just played a free shooting game and enjoyed it, you know. So
yeah, for sure.
You can't complain, can you? Really?
No, free entertainment.
Yeah. But as I say, I still get frustrated by the whole "what am I looking at?" option. Where do I get to? How do I get to where I want to go? I'm talking about the menu system. For me, that is the most disappointing part of many of these games. I mean, in a way, I'd say that about PUBG as well. We're not talking about that particularly now, but but I did get used to it. I suppose that's what I'd have to do.
It seems
with,
to be a common factor with mobile games.
Call of Duty,
Yeah.
I'd have to get used to that, I suppose.
No.
And you do, I suppose. You get to it, you do. But for a new player, it's very daunting, isn't it?
Yeah. Off-putting for sure.
Yeah. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Tim, as well, for
Yes, thank you.
for coming on for us.
No worries,
We
mate.
didn't actually welcome Tim at the beginning, did we?
Surprise!
I don't know how much of what we've recorded will end up in the final cut, but welcome, Tim.
In the dream.
Our go-to guy.
All in the same sentence.
Sorry?
Welcome
Bye-bye.
and goodbye, all in the same sentence.
Yeah. You're our go-to guy for a bit of shooting action, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's my jam.
Thank you very much.
So next time, Fall Guys, yeah?
Fall Guys Mobile.
Fall Guy, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's homework time and goodbye.
Right, for our next week's homework, we're all going to read the next stage or chapter of the book Pilgrims Progress, which we've been going through.
Again.
So that's the third
Round 3. Yeah.
third chapter. Are you all looking forward to that?
So much, man.
Okay. No, it's a good book, but I do struggle with it a bit.
It's
so
it's heavy, isn't it?
But I'll be
All
interested
right.
to hear us all talk about it again.
Fair enough.
Cool.
I guess that about wraps us up. So if you have enjoyed anything that we've said so far and want to contribute, please do contact us. A nice little comment or question or anything.
Like.
Oh yeah, you can like as well. You can give it a little thumbs up. You can find us on Facebook under the name Theory of Anything. You can find us on Twitter at Theory of Anything, Ting at the end there, or email us at theoryofanything@hotmail.com.
Nice.
Perfect.
And that's us, isn't it?
It is.
Episode 28 in the bag. With a little bit of a preamble, we'll be hopefully having another guest in 2 episodes' time.
Yeah.
Episode 30. Who knew we'd get to episode 30?
I didn't.
Yeah.
That's for
Well,
sure.
we've got to get to episode 29 first, but yeah. Well done,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yep.
Thank
Nailed
you
it.
for superb hosting.
Excellent.
So, finally, see you around the microphone again next time.
Bye.
Bye.